What up, YouTube? Instagram. Okay, y'all. Jess! Yay! Hi, you guys. Give it another few minutes, get people going. Nikki, my love, hello. Blonde Viking. Oh, that's an amazing handle. Hi, hi. Hi. If you have any last minute requests, drop them in now. Jess, I got yours, and Nick, I got yours. They are the same, actually. Oh my God, Elise! Ah! Elise, I miss you so much. Hi. Hi, Liza. Hearts, hearts, hearts. Hearts, hearts, hearts. At this awkward angle, I'm sorry. Okay, we're gonna get chatting while some more people are maybe logging on, getting their ish together, all the things. I'm Liz. Happy to be here with you guys again. It's been a month, I guess. I don't know when that last Saturday that I taught. But super happy to be here with you guys. Happy Saturday. 9:30 Saturday classes are some of my all-time faves to teach. And of course, it's not the same as being in the studio with all of you. That's definitely the best part, but this is, amazing sharing space even virtually with you guys. So I'm happy to be here. Today is an extra special class. It's a Yoga for Good donation class. And I made sure I had my details down right. Hi, hearts, hearts, hearts. So today it's a donation class in honor of our community member and Ironman all around badass, Lynn Rogers, who is battling, I'm gonna say this wrong, Lynn. It's chronic inflammatory demyelinating polyneuropathy, so CIDP. And Nikki's gonna drop in the link that you can donate if that's something that you're available to do today. That's amazing. So dedicating this class, this movement, this energy towards Lynn, and sending you all the love, all the healing vibes. For about today, my usual spiel, it's been a while, so you can't say you're sick of hearing it, to please do what's right for you, for your body today on the mat. I love to throw lots of options at y'all and, take what feels good, give things a try, back off when it doesn't feel right. Only you know your body, and what feels good and what feels right. Per a couple of requests, we're going to do some hippie kind of things. We'll mix a lot of stuff in with that because that's a very vague thing that we all love, hips. Thank you, Nick. So Nick dropped that link into the comments on YouTube. I'm pointing to Instagram, into the comments on Instagram. So we're gonna get some like external lateration. I always say it wrong, lateral extension with our hips. Yes, thank you. That link is also in our Flex and Flow PDX bio. Yes. Yeah, so that's what we're gonna do. So we're gonna get hopefully kind of sweaty and move, and then get some juicy stuff going, which is kind of my favorite combo. So with that being said, we'll meet on our backs. Taking my coffee with me. We're gonna meet on our backs. Coming into Supta Baddha Konasana, so soles of the feet together, knees are nice and wide. Hands can rest on your belly, on your heart, down by your sides. I've kind of been vibing over my head this morning. I've had like an active shoulder morning, so this feels great. And if you feel like there's a lot of space and arc in your low back, you might want to reach down and kind of tuck your tailbone towards the front edge of your mat just so that your low back is nice and long. I won't say flat against the mat just because some of our bodies don't do that, but nice and long, okay? And then trying to allow those hip muscles, those butt muscles to relax so your knees can get closer and closer and closer over time, right? Not necessarily this morning, but over time can get closer down towards the mat. Your eyes can close if they haven't already. Let's just start to take some full deep inhales in here, pressing the back ribs down into the mat underneath you. Full deep breaths out, hugging the belly in towards the spine, pushing the breath out through the nose. So if you do have your hands on your belly, breathing into the hands is a great way to help deepen the breath. And then trying to pace those exhales out. So depending on your morning, maybe for the first time, really taking conscious, full, deep breaths. Last few rounds here. With your next inhale, start to reach your arms long overhead back behind you. Start to press along through your feet towards the, we'll say front of the room, just because that's our habit, right? Maybe wiggle through the toes, circle through the wrists, the ankles. You're going to give those knees a squeeze in towards your chest. Maybe round up to kiss the knees, stretching through the upper back and the neck. Then relax head, neck, and shoulders down. Grab each knee in each hand. So right knee and right hand, left knee and left hand. Hug the knees out wide towards your armpits. Maybe start to circle those knees. So the other thing about these Saturday morning classes, we've all had super different experiences with our mornings, right? Maybe just rolling out of bed, maybe you've had a really active morning, maybe it's been really stressful, whatever it is. So just honoring what's going on in your body, maybe continuing this movement, or maybe reaching for the feet, working knees towards your armpits for a happy baby if that feels good. And you can still find a little rock side to side here, finding movement. If it feels okay in your hamstrings, you can stretch out long through one and then the other. Notice I didn't say straighten, right? It's still early Saturday morning for West Coasters at least, right? And then go ahead and release the legs and the arms towards the sky and just kind of shake them out. Wiggle, torque the muscles, let everything go, bend and straighten. Then we're going to bend into the knees and bring the knees out wide, feet flex like frog legs. So we're upside down frog right now, hands behind the head, big breath in. Exhale, start to lift head, neck, and shoulders. Inhale, lower down. Exhale, lift head, neck, and shoulders. Inhale, lower. So a nice, slow, super easy rhythm here. Slowly warming up the belly. To make this a little bit more challenging, if you're shaking like I am right now, you can stay. If you want a little bit more, bring the knees out a little bit away from you. Woo, yeah. Did anybody do that and feel that kick up? Take it up a notch immediately. See if you can take, let's just say about 3 more. Last big exhale, crunching up. And lowering down, giving those knees a nice squeeze in. And then bring the feet flat to the mat. Cross your right ankle over your left knee. So we're in a reclined figure 4 here. You can bring your right hand to your thigh and nudge away. You can stay here. Or you can start to reach around your left hamstring or left knee and hug in. Try not to let the right knee cave in towards you so you can still press it away from you, opening up into that hip. Keeping your right ankle really flexed. And if you're feeling pretty, we'll say feisty this morning, right? A little stretch, you can straighten through that left leg as well. If that's too much on the hamstring, blow it off and stay bent through the knee. Last big breath in here. Big breath out. Go ahead and release those legs down and maybe windshield wiper side to side. We have 2 more actions here on our back and then we're going to get off our back. Don't worry. So left ankle crosses over right knee. Maybe you stay here and nudge that knee away from you, keeping that left ankle flexed. Maybe you hug right knee or right hamstring in towards you. Ooh, you might notice a difference between the sides. Super common. You can stay or you can also extend through that right leg if you want. Notice if you're feeling anything going on in that left knee, then back off. We really want to focus on that left hip, that left butt cheek. Last big breath in. Big breath out. Slowly release those feet back down. Find a little windshield wiper. Alrighty, bring those feet back down like in a bridge prep. We're going to reach the arms high up overhead. Breath in. And exhale, slowly start to roll vertebrae by vertebrae all the way up to seated. I need to lift my feet a little bit. So you can leave the hands empty if you want. Okay, we're going to do that action a couple times. If you happen to have a water bottle or like a little dumbbell hand weight and you want to take something in the hands, go for it. Go ahead and grab that, whatever it is, right? Maybe a baby. And then slowly start to roll down vertebrae by vertebrae and reach the arms high up overhead. Exhale, roll up vertebrae by vertebrae. Grunting helps, right? And slowly lower. Just make sure you stay breathing. Relax the jaw. Try not to clench. Let's take 2 more full rounds. And last one. And then we'll go ahead and come all the way up to a seat. Release whatever it is that you grabbed. If you grabbed something, and just go ahead and cross at the ankles. Plant the palms in front of you. And maybe take a couple of little side-to-side actions here with your ribs, with your hips. Maybe some cat-cow tilts, anything to kind of shake off that action of being on our back. And then when you're ready, start to walk the hands out in front of you, tuck the toes, lift the hips, we'll meet in down dog. Take a moment here to pedal up through the heels, bend into the knees, wiggle around. This gives me a chance to check in on you guys. Okay. Last big breath in here in your down dog. Big breath out. Inhale, gaze looks forward between the thumbs. And slowly, in teeny tiny little steps, walk your toes up towards your hands. The minute hamstrings get to be too much, you can bend deeply into the knees. And then we'll meet in a nice long forward fold. Relax the neck muscles, relax the shoulder muscles, maybe wiggle a little bit. Knees bent as much as you need this morning, baby, those hamstrings. Last big breath in here like this. Big breath out. Bend deeply into your knees, tuck your chin into your chest, and roll slowly all the way up to standing. And roll out to the shoulders. Alrighty. It's time to get a little sweaty. Inhale, arms reach high up overhead. I mean, I'm already sweating, but we're going to keep going. Exhale, forward fold. Knees can bend as much as you need here. Halfway lift, breath in. Exhale, plant the palms, step back, down dog. With your inhale, rounding forward, high plank, high push-up. Maybe the knees come down to the mat, maybe they don't, and we lower slowly all the way down to the belly. Press down through your pubic bone, inhale, lifting up, little baby cobra. Exhale, forehead lowers. We have 1 more like that. Big breath in, inhale, lift. And exhale, lower. Press into the knees or tuck your toes, lift your knees, inhale, lift up back into our high plank. And exhale, hips high to the sky, down dog. Big breath in. Breath out. Inhale, gaze looks forward. Exhale, knees bend deeply. Walk, step, maybe float feet to hands, top of the mat. Halfway lift. And fold. This time, bend deeply into your left knee and inhale, sweep your right arm up high to the sky, opening up through the chest. Bring a little bit of weight into that right foot. Breath in. And forward fold. Bend deeply into your right knee. Inhale, open up through the left shoulder. Bring some weight into that left foot. Breath in. And exhale, fold. Bend into both knees. Sit your booty back and inhale, lift up, chair pose, Utkatasana. Hold, exhale. Big breath in. And exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, plant the palms, step back, down dog. Inhale, coming forward into your head plank, head push-up. Feel free to lower those knees. We'll lower to the belly or half push-up, chaturanga. Inhale, pulling through, up dog, baby cobra. Exhale, take it back, downward facing dog. Breath in. Breath out. Inhale, take your right leg up high to the sky. Exhale, squeeze knee in towards your nose. Holding here, if you want a little bit more on your inhale, right knee reaches to tap your right shoulder.
Exhale, squeeze it into the nose. Inhale, right knee, right shoulder. Exhale, squeeze it into the nose. We just have one more breath. Inhale, tap to the shoulder. Exhale to the nose and foot lightly steps. Go ahead and lower that left knee down and inhale, sweep up into a low lunge, Anjaneyasana, and hold, exhale. Big breath in. Exhale, hands down to frame your right foot, right toe, step back to meet the left, high plank, high push-up. And exhale to the belly or chaturanga. Pulling through up dog, baby cobra. Exhale, back down dog. Big breath in. Breath out. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, knee to nose. Holding here or 3 rounds. Inhale, taking left knee to left shoulder. Exhale, squeeze it into nose. Inhale to shoulder. Exhale to nose. One more time like that. Inhale to shoulder. Exhale to nose. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And foot lightly steps. Lower that right knee down. Inhale, lifting up, low lunge. Melting down through the hips. Try not to dump the belly and the heart and the ribs, right? Stay supported. Big breath in. Exhale, hands down, frame your left foot, left toe, step back, in that high plank. And lower to the belly or chaturanga. Pulling through up dog, baby cobra. Exhale, back down dog. Big breath in. Big breath out. Inhale, gaze looks forward. Exhale, bend deeply into the knees and walk, step, float, feet to hands. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Bend deeply into your left knee. Inhale, sweep the right arm. Exhale, fold. Bend deeply into your right knee. Sweep your left arm. Exhale, fold. Bend into both knees. Sit back, lift up, chair pose. Hold. Weight into that left foot. Draw your right knee up into your chest. Hold here. If you want a little bit more, you can extend through that right heel. Hold 3, 2. Draw the heel in, step the foot down. Draw the left knee up into the chest. Stay or extend. Hold 3, 2. Lower that foot down, breath in. Exhale, fold. Halfway lift, breath in. Plant the palms, step back, high plank, and pause this time. Bring the big toes to touch at the back of the mat. We're going to ground down into that right hand under your shoulder, roll to the outside edge of your right foot, and lift your left arm side plank. Breathe. Try to find space here in the right ribs. I always kind of want to crunch a little bit, which is great, but just try to maintain some space too. Big breath in here through the nose. Exhale, back into our high plank. Stay. If you're feeling feisty and you want an extra chaturanga, lower down. Straight back up. Roll to the left. Right hand lifts. Woo. Hold 3. Hold 2. And lower that right hand down. Press forward on the toes, breath in, and lower to the belly or chaturanga. Pulling through up dog, baby cobra. Exhale, back down dog. Breath in through the nose. Breath out, let it go. Inhale, right leg lifts high to the sky. Exhale, right knee to right shoulder. Squeeze and hug it in. Inhale, kick it up high to the sky. Exhale, right knee to right shoulder, squeeze. One more, inhale, extend. Exhale, squeeze, hug it in, and hold here. If you want more, jump switch the legs for 5, 4, 3, 2. Right knee, right shoulder, inhale, lift it high. And exhale, knee to nose. Roll the left heel down and windmill up and open into your 2. And sink, melt, hold, breathe. Woo, ground down into the big toe mounds, y'all. Activate through the inner thighs, especially this back knee back here. Big breath in. Big breath out. Inhale, 5-pointed star, lift up. Turn the heels in, sink down, gotta squat, and pause. First gotta squat, just find a little movement here. Find a little wiggle through the hips. Maybe roll up through the shoulders. And then stay low. Hands can come together at heart. If you prefer some goddess arms, take them wide. Maybe find a little pulse here. Try not to arch too much through the low back. Draw that tailbone down. Last big breath in here. Big breath out. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, curve the hands all the way down and frame that right foot. Inhale, left toes lift high to the sky. Exhale, left foot down next to the right. Halfway lift, breath in. Exhale, fold, bend into the knees, sit back, lift up, chair pose. Ground down into that left foot. And draw your right knee into your chest, cross the ankle over, send the booty back into a figure 4.
Hands become the heart. Melting the booty back, back, back. Stay flex through that ankle just like we did on our back. Last big breath in. Last big breath out. Coming all the way up to standing high knee raise. Inhale, come all the way up. Nice and straight and strong through that left leg. Right hand down to your right hand, start to open out to the right. Pausing, holding. Last breath in. Last breath out. Inhale, draw that right knee up. And release it down. Breath in, reaching up high through the fingertips. Exhale, fold down over the legs. Halfway lift, breath in. Plant the palm, step back, high plank. One breath per movement this time. Rolling open to the right for side plank. Inhale, maybe that left foot lifts. Exhale, close it down. Hold or lower chaturanga. Straight back up, breath in. And roll over to the left. Maybe that right foot lifts. Inhale. Exhale, close it down. Lower chaturanga. Pulling through up dog, baby cobra. Exhale, back down dog. Big breath in. Big breath out. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, left knee to left shoulder, squeeze. Inhale, kick it up to the sky. Exhale, left knee, left shoulder. One more, inhale, extend. Exhale, squeeze. Option to stay and hold, contracting that oblique or jump switch side to side for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Left knee, left shoulder. Inhale, kick it up. Exhale, knee to nose, squeeze and hug, foot lightly steps. Roll that right heel down, windmill up and open into your 2. Nice. I'm gonna rotate. So finding that warrior 2 here. Making sure you can see your left big toe. The knee is not caving in, okay? Make sure that knee is pointing out. Last big breath in here through the nose. Last big breath out, stay low. Inhale, 5-pointed star, lift up. Turn the heels and sink down, goddess squat. Maybe find that little wiggle. Maybe take those arms wide. Staying low, or maybe find a little pulse up and down. Last 5. Last 4. 3, 2. Inhale, 5-pointed star, lift all the way up. And windmill the hands down to frame that left foot. Right toes lift high to the sky, finding your standing splits. And exhale, forward fold, top of the mat. Halfway lift. And fold. Bend into the knee, sit back chair pose with Utkatasana. Pause. Draw that left knee up into your chest. Cross the ankle over, send the booty back, figure 4. Hands come hard as you sink and lower. Stay flexed through that left heel. Long, slow, deep breaths in. Long, slow, deep breaths out. Inhale, lift all the way up, standing high knee raise. Reach down with your left hand, grab hold of your left knee and rotate open to the left. Try not to counter shift, right? Try to stay straight and strong through the torso, down into that right leg. Inhale, draw the left knee back in towards your chest and lower down. Reach both arms high to the sky, breath in. And exhale, forward fold. Let's go ahead and hop the feet a little bit wider than your hips, toes out, heels in. Sink down, Malasana squat. Maybe find a little rock. Alrighty, y'all. Option to stay, okay? If you want to build some heat, yes, it looks like you're getting out of it, but you're also building heat, okay? So if you're wanting some more heat, some more kind of booty burn, we're gonna lift all the way up to standing, reaching tall. Exhale, sink all the way back down, knees pointing out over the feet. Inhale, lifting, squeeze the cheeks up at the top. Exhale, sink all the way back down. One more like that, inhale, lift. Exhale, sinking down. Option to stay, option to take another few rounds of those or plant the hands for crow pose. Knees on the outside edges of your triceps or armpits, weight shifts into the hands. One set of toes might lift, then the other. Knees are actively squeezing in on the arms, big breath in. Exhale, feet to the back of the mat, walk, step, float, vinyasa of choice. Meaning all the way back in that down dog. Once you do, take a big breath in. Exhale it out, let it go. Inhale, right leg lifts high to the sky. Exhale, right knee to right tricep. Hold it here. Instead of the, well, you could take the jump switches if you want. If you'd rather take a little push-up with that right knee balancing on your tricep, go for it.
And then inhale, three-legged dog. Take it all the way up high to the sky. Turn your toes to the right and start to extend your right foot out. I have a little bit of a wall barrier here, but extending that right foot as far out laterally as you can. Feeling that hip muscle kick on. And then inhale, kick it up high to the sky and squeeze knee to nose, foot lightly steps. Windmill up and open into your 2. And hold. Inhale, straighten through the right leg, reach both arms up. Exhale into your 2. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale into your 2. Last one like that. Inhale, lift, pause. Grab hold of your left hip with your left hand. Reach your right ribs forward, 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 forward. Maybe choose to stay here, hovering, working through that right side body, or right hand down towards your shin, left arm to the sky, Trikonasana triangle pose. Last big breath in here. Last big breath out. 5-pointed star, lift all the way up using those side bodies, turn your right toes in, turn the heels in, sink down, got a squat. Already very similar to our squats at the front of the mat. What we're gonna do is lift back up into that 5-pointed star. Exhale, sink back down into our goddess. Inhale, lift. Exhale, sink. Inhale, lift. One more, full round. Exhale, sink. Inhale, lift. Turn the heels out, toes in, and then swan dive all the way down into a straddle forward fold. Try not to let the weight rock into the heels. Keep it even between the toes and the heels here. Big breath in. Breath out. We'll halfway lift, hands underneath the shoulders. Walk the hands towards that left foot, bending into the knee, turn your right toes to the sky. A little Skandasana. Doesn't have to be super deep, depends on your inner thighs. Inhale, walk the hands back through center to the front of the mat. One more time each side. Inhale through center. Exhale to the back. Inhale through center. Exhale to the front. And we're going to pivot around into a lizard, okay? So our hands are already on the inside edge of our right foot. We'll bring the left toes down, walk around so that we're in a high lizard lunge here. That left knee is lifted, right knee hovering outside of that right shoulder, and start to bend into the elbows, melting through the torso. Last big breath in. Last big breath out. Start to straighten out through the arms. Left hand underneath your shoulder, right arm lifts to the sky. Roll to the outside edge of your left foot. Right knee comes towards your armpits. We're in a little hovering tree pose variation of our side plank. Maybe you want to extend through that right heel. Breath in. Close it down. Vinyasa of choice, meeting in our downward facing dog. Back in the mat, breath in. Back in the mat, breath out. Whew. Start to walk the hands back towards your toes. Nice. So coming back into that Malasana squat. Okay. So from our Malasana squat, we're going to travel to the front of the mat. And we're going to take little hops. Okay. They don't have to be big. They can be super teeny tiny. Handstanders, you can work on those frog kick hops. Okay. So what this is going to look like, your hands are going to come in front of you. Find a little spring in your toes. Knees wide, toes together. Land back in our squat. Okay. All the way to the front. You don't have to have a lot of hang time, okay? But you're gonna travel all the way to the front of the mat. Maybe it will only take like 3 hops. It just took me 3 hops. And I'm at the front. Big breath in. Big breath out. Inhale, it's all the way to standing. Exhale, hands down by your hips. Walk your feet together. Nice. So left foot is your base. We're gonna draw that right knee up into your chest. Left hand down by your hip or up by your side, totally up to you. And then start to open that right knee out to the right. Beautiful. Inhale, bring it back in. Cross ankle over, send the booty back into a figure 4. So we're gonna find a little flow with that, okay? Inhale, high knee raise, reach down, grab hold of that knee and open. Inhale, bring it back through center. Exhale, figure 4. Send the booty back. Inhale, lift. Reach down, exhale, open. Inhale, come back through center. Exhale, find your figure 4. One more full round, okay? Inhale, lift. Reach down, grab that knee and open. Inhale, come up. Exhale, find that figure 4. Inhale, lift. We're gonna meet in our out to side like hovering tree pose, right? So we're gonna stay in hover here. You have the option to reach down, grab hold, and find your tree, okay? Or you can reach down with your right peace and fingers, grab hold of your big toe, find your straight spine, and then maybe extend. Doesn't have to be straight, right? I'm into the word extend because mine is hardly straight. Straight spine though, that is not sacrifice. Breath in, breath out. Ooh, going over. Draw that right foot back in and slowly release it down. Shake out that left leg. Nice, y'all. Jamie King Fit in the house. Woo! Okay. So that was side one. We have side two. Okay? Let's come up to the front of the mat. Finding our Marlasana feet. We're going to sink all the way down. So you have that option to hold, like we did before. You can even take a little twist if shoulders are feeling it. If you want to come back into that little bit of a booty burn, inhale, lift all the way up. Exhale, sink down. Inhale, lift. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. Exhale, sink down. Last one. Inhale, lift. Exhale, sink down. Option to stay. Option to keep up with those lifts. Or plant the hands for crow pose or handstand hops. Wherever you are for 3. For 2. Feet to the back of the mat. Walk, step, float. Maybe face plant. Vinyasa of choice. Once you make back to your down dog, big breath in. Big breath out. Whew. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, left knee, left tricep. Option is stay, jump switch, or take that little push-up, knee balancing on the elbow. Inhale, 3-legged dog, lift all the way up. Roll open through the hip and bend into your knee. Inhale, kick that long through that left leg. Turn the toes to the left and find that extension out to the side. It feels good, but it's also really hard, right? A lot harder than it looks. Inhale, kick through that left leg. Squeeze knee to nose and foot lightly steps. Roll your right heel down, windmill up and open into your 2. Finding that 2, we'll find those little lifts and sinks, okay? Inhale, lift up, straighten through that left leg. Exhale, sink it down. Sink low. Inhale, lift. Exhale, sink. Keep pressing into that right foot, supporting that back knee. Inhale, lift. Exhale, sink it down. Last one. Inhale, lift. Hold here. Grab hold of your right hip. Pull the hips back, lean forward with the ribs. Reach, 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 reach. Stay and hover or release that left hand down, right arm lifts. So a lot of times we get super focused on that bottom hand reaching to the foot or the mat, right? But then we end up crunching, okay? So find that long length through the ribs, just like we talked about in our side plank. Last big breath in. Last big breath out. Inhale, 5-pointed star, lift all the way up, turn those back toes in. Turn the heels in, sink down, got a squat. Okay, we can come up, in and out, like we did last time, or lift the heels coming up onto the toes. Hands together or wide, and maybe find that pulse. Woo! Try to stay low. If you're not shaking, maybe figure out why. Maybe it's a little bit lower, you need to go, right? Last 3. Or maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm just shaking. 2. 1, lower the heels, inhale, lift up. Turn the heels out, toes in, and big swan dive and fold. Halfway lift through the spine. Exhale, fold. This time we're going to hold our straddle forward fold for a moment. So option is stay. Option to use that side body straddle action we've been working. Okay, handstanders, if you want handstand here, go for it. Headstanders, I personally prefer classic rather than tripod. So I'm going to set up for my classic headstand. Bringing weight into my head and my elbows, lifting up onto the toes. I'll let my core engage and then extend my heels wide. Breathing deeply. Neck is long. Last 3. Last 2. Here's almost the harder part. Try to lower the toes as lightly as you lifted. Whew. Halfway lift. Find that length. Exhale, Skandasana to the back of the mat. Bending into your left knee, or rather, right knee. Turn those left toes up. Nice. Inhale, come back through center. Exhale into that left knee. Inhale through center. Exhale to the right knee. Last one, inhale through center, Skandasana to that front leg, the left leg, okay? And then we're set up to find our lizard here. Our hands are already on the inside of that left knee, so we're just gonna turn around. So our left knee is outside of our left shoulder. We're high up on those right toes. Spine is long. It's an extension of that back leg. And we'll start to bend into the elbows. Nice, y'all. Breathing here. Try not to dip through the heart and the head. Last big breath in, melting through the hips, just like an elevator. Big breath out. Ground down into that left hand. Inhale, lift your right arm up high to the sky. Start to roll to the outside edge of that left foot. Right foot. Draw your left knee towards your armpit. And maybe extend. Big breath in. Exhale, close it down, vinyasa of choice. Meeting at the back of the mat. Breath in through the nose. Breath out, let it go. Start to walk your hands back towards your toes. Hop your feet out wide, and we'll meet in that Malasana squat. So we have those little hops to get to the front of the mat again, okay? They can be teeny tiny, or you can find some hover in your handstand. Depends on how kind of aggressive you are with your hops today. If you're hopping pretty feistily, make sure you have an exit strategy, okay? So take the next few breaths, and we'll meet back at the front of the mat. Right, it doesn't have to be a huge deal all the time. Sometimes, yeah. Then we'll come all the way to standing. Bring those feet together. Start to draw your left knee up into your chest. Straighten tall through the spine. Right hand to hip or out wide, up to you. We're going to rotate open. Inhale, come through center with that left knee, cross the ankle, send the booty back, figure four. So here we are going to come into that flow, right? Slow, even breath, but one breath per movement. And yes, it's a sneaky way. You're doing one-legged squats on that right leg, okay? Inhale, lift back up, high knee raise. Reach down, grab hold of that left knee and open. Inhale through center, cross the ankle over, exhale, send the booty back, deep, 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 depending on that knee. Inhale, lift. Reach down and exhale, extend. Inhale through center, cross the ankle, exhale, sink it back. One more full round, inhale, lift. Reach down, grab and extend, exhale. Inhale through center, exhale, cross and sink back. Inhale, lift through center, reach down, grab and extend. Right leg is straight and strong, maybe burning a little bit. Reach down and find your tree pose if you want, or peace sign fingers around that big toe. Lift up through the spine, and maybe exhale, extend. Breathing deeply, straight through the spine. Draw that left foot back through center. Slowly float it down. Ooh, shake it out. How are we doing on time, y'all? Grab some water, wipe some sweat. Hi. How y'all doing? Doing okay? Uh-oh, I see an emoji. Oh, good. Jess, I wasn't sure which finger that was from a distance. Okay, y'all. Final round of flow. We're going to keep amping it up. Okay? So you're in charge of your body. You're in charge of your practice. I'm just giving you options, right? That's my job. So meet at the front of the mat. Inhale, arms reach high up overhead. Exhale, big dive and fold. Halfway lift, breath in. Exhale, plant the palms, travel back, vinyasa of choice, maybe with a crow pose, maybe with a handstand. That's up to you. Back of the mat, big breath in. Big breath out. Inhale, right leg lifts high to the sky. Exhale, right knee to right shoulder. Hold it here or elevators here. Inhale, lower it to tap the wrists. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower to tap the wrists. Exhale, lift. We have one more. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Take it up high to the sky. Breath in. Turn your right toes out and start to extend that right leg out laterally. Hold it here. If you feel so inclined, need a little more room myself, you can bring that straight right leg all the way towards your right tricep. Maybe the knee bends or maybe it doesn't, and you can find a little flying splits. Inhale, kick it up high to the sky. We're back with that right leg straight and strong. Exhale, knee to nose and foot lightly steps. Roll your left heel down, windmill up and open into your two. Sink low, reach forward, flip the palm, inhale, reverse, and pause. Get a nice stretch through that right side body. Hopefully it feels really good. Start to straighten out through that right leg, breath in, grab hold of the left hip, pull the hips back, reach forward with the right ribs, reach. We'll hover here. You do have the option to lower if you want.
Then see if you can hold that hover. Try not to close down through the left hip, ribs, and shoulder. And if you want a little bit more, extend long through that left arm as well. Breathing here. Last big breath in. Last breath out. Inhale, 5-pointed star, lift up, turn those right toes in. Turn the heels and sink down, got a squat. Take those arms out wide. Breath in. Exhale, left elbow, left thigh. Try to tap. Inhale, lift. Right elbow, right thigh. Exhale. Inhale, lift over to the left. Inhale, lift over to the right. Inhale, lift one more time per side to the left. Inhale, lift over to the right. Inhale, lift. Hold it. Heels down or heels lifted and find that pulse. Here for 5, 4, 3, 2. Stay low. Maybe the heels stay lifted. Hold 5. Stay low, stay low, stay low. 4, 3, 2. Lower the heels down. Inhale, 5-pointed star. Turn the toes in, heels out, and big swan dive and fold. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, Skandasana into that left leg. Right leg is long. Maybe the hands stay hard or extend, up to you. Inhale through center, Skandasana to the front of the mat. Exhale. Inhale through center, one more time per side. Exhale, back of the mat. Inhale through center, front of the mat. Exhale. Hands down, we're gonna find that high lizard lunge. Nice, so option is stay and hold, okay? Left hand down underneath your shoulder, right arm left side of the sky. You can stay and hold in this twist. You can also lower that left knee for further modification. If you want a little bit more, right peace sign fingers down towards your right big toe. Roll the outside edge of your left foot. Draw that right knee to your armpit. You can stay or you can extend. Here for 3. Here for 2. Right knee bends. Right foot steps back to the front of the mat and left knee lowers. Woo, nice, y'all. Turn the right toes out at a 45-degree angle. Right hand to your inner thigh and give it a nudge open. Stay and hold or bend into your left knee and reach back. Grab hold of that foot with your right hand. Try to get off of the kneecap. Try to get in front of the kneecap. Last big breath in. Last breath out. Slowly release that left foot. Release your right hand down. Ground down into the palms. Tuck your left toes. Lift your left knee and take that right leg up high to the sky back behind you. Vinyasa, a choice. So handstanders, maybe you want to step the right foot down halfway up your mat and lift the left toes and find some hops. And landing lightly back in that chaturanga if you're hopping. Meeting back in your down dog, taking a big breath in. Breath out. Inhale, gaze forward between the thumbs. Exhale, bend into the knees. Walk, step, float, feet to hands, top of the mat, halfway lift. And fold. Okay, on. So we're gonna get a little funky with it. Left hand is gonna tent underneath its shoulder. Right peace and fingers around your right big toe. Start to ground down into that left foot. And see if you can hover your right foot about an inch off the mat. Maybe you stay and hold. Maybe you start to extend that right foot out to the right like a fire hydrant. Ooh. Slowly start to bring that right foot back underneath you. Keep it hovering if you can. Left hand up to your hip. Left knee bends just a little bit if it hasn't. And we'll lift all the way to standing. That right knee can bend as much as you need, right? Plug the shoulder back into the socket. And then we're going to start to open out to the right. Woo. Nice, y'all. Let's see if we can reverse that, okay? Draw that right foot back forward. Core is super, super strong. See if you can start to slowly lower. Hovering, 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 hovering. Stay hovering. Inhale, lift it all the way back up. Woo. Open out to the side. Inhale, back through center. Exhale, lower. This is it, last one. Inhale, lift. Exhale, out to the side. Inhale, bring it back through center. Bend into the knee and cross the ankle over the left knee, send the booty back, figure 4. Left leg might be on fire, okay? Mine is. Hands at heart, maybe sink. Flying pigeon fans, hands down. Wrap that right foot around your left tricep and find that extension. Find that weight shift into the palms.
just like in your crow pose. Breathing into that right hip wherever you are. It's all variations of opening through that right hip. And then when you're ready, left foot comes back down. We'll all lift back through center and release that right foot. Shake it out. Fire? Anybody? Just me? Hey, Nick. Yeah. Okay. So that's our last round of flow. We have that on the second side. Okay? So as you're ready, inhale, arms lift high up overhead. Exhale, big swan dive and fold. Halfway lift. Vinyasa of choice, crow or handstand as you wish. Meeting back in that down dog. Take a big breath in through the nose here. Big breath out, let it go. Inhale, left leg lifts high to the sky. Exhale, left knee to left shoulder. I almost forgot these. How could I forget these? No, you guys would have been mad. Inhale, lower that left knee down towards the wrist. Exhale, squeeze to the shoulder. Inhale, lower to the wrist. Exhale, squeeze to the shoulder. One more round, y'all. You got it. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Kick it up high to the sky. Exhale, turn your left toes out and extend that left leg. Option to stay. Option to bring that left leg towards the left tricep. Maybe the knee bends. That's what my hamstring wants today. And maybe find a little lift off those right toes. Inhale, three-legged dog, lift it up. Exhale, knee to nose, squeeze, hug it in, and foot lightly steps. Finding your warrior two. Left leg is forward. Reaching forward, flip the palm, inhale, reverse away. Enjoying this stretch through the left ribs. Keep sending that left knee forward, forward, forward. Inhale, start to straighten out through the left leg. Grab hold of your right knee, or right hip rather. Pull the hips back and reach forward. So the challenge is to stay hovering this time, okay? If you want even a little bit more, extend that right arm as well. Maybe looking up over that right shoulder. That's going to help encourage you to stay lifting up through the ribs and the shoulder and the hip. Last breath in. Last breath out. Inhale, 5-pointed star. Turn those left toes in. Turn the heels in, sink down, got a squat. Okay, we have those beach ball crunches, okay? The challenge this time is if you want more to lift up onto the toes while you do it, okay? So elbows wide. The beach ball part comes from imagine you're holding your beach ball, and exhale, left elbow, left thigh. Inhale, lift. Exhale, right elbow, right thigh. Lift without lifting the hips. Exhale to the left. And lift. Exhale, right. And lift. One more time each side. Oh, the shaking is real. I hope y'all are too. And lift. Exhale, right. And lift. Stay and hold or a pulse. Maybe you're still up on the toes. Oh, the shaking, y'all. My dad called a leg like this the other day, sewing machine, and it's so real. Ready? Last two. One, lower the heels, inhale, lift up, 5-pointed star. Yes, exhale, big dive and fold. Alrighty, so for this hold, option to stay. You can find the little straddle splits if you want to go wider. Headstanders if you want to come back into those straddle headstands. Same goes for forearm or handstand. If the lift up or kick up into handstand or any of them is not working, what you can also do is ground down through your base, whether it's hands, elbows, or head. Lift up high up onto the toes, engage that core, and just hang out here. You can also play with extending one leg down and then the other. Woo! It's a lot harder than it looks, okay? Try not to dump, I just did it. Try not to dump everything into the traps, okay? Use the hips, use the side body, use the core that we've been working so much. Last big breath in here. If feet are lifted on the exhale, slowly lower them down. Halfway lifting, inhale. Exhale, Skandasana, back of the mat. We're just going to do one set per side this time, okay? Inhale, lift up through center. Exhale, Skandasana to that left leg at the front of the mat. And then we're going to pivot around into our lizard. We are, remember, going to hang out in our lizard, but first, ground down into that right hand, left arm lifts. You can stay here in your twist. Let this feel really good. Or peace sign fingers to left big toe. Roll to the outside edge of that right foot. Left knee to left shoulder. Stay or extend. Try to lift up through the hips. Lift, lift, lift. Woo! 3, 2. Bend into the knee. Lightly step that foot back at the front of the mat. And then lower the right knee down. If this is a better lizard for you, you can stay shoulders, ribs, and hips square down to the mat. I personally want to get my right hip flexor. So I'm going to open up through the left knee and the left toes, sinking down to the hips, and then use that left hand to reach back and grab hold of the right foot. Ooh, it's tight today. And then trying to melt to get off of the right kneecap. Last big breath in. Big breath out. If you have that right foot, slowly release it. Left hand down, we're going to tuck the right toes, lift the right knee, take that left leg up to the sky. Vinyasa of choice, so handstanders, you'll step that left foot up about a foot in front of your right. You'll come in a standing split on that left leg, and you'll take your hops from here, bringing your shoulders up over your wrists. Back of the mat, big breath in. Big breath out. Walk the hands back towards your toes this time. Hands towards toes. Hop your feet out wide and come back into our Balasana squat. Okay. So another opportunity to take those little hops up to the front. Okay. You can take those frog kicks. If you have other handstand hops you want to take, go for it. The other thing that I'm going to offer is a straddle kick. Okay. You can take that from your Malasana. I also like to take it from, I'll demo it this way, from a little toe stand squat. Okay. It's the same action, just your legs are going to extend out. Okay. Be aware of surroundings, right? I wouldn't want to kick my mermaid, so I'm going to be very careful about how I do this. But if it's a cartwheel, if it's a flip out, whatever your exit is. But if you're taking those, you're going to plant the hands in front of you, lift up onto the toes, find some buoyancy, and kick those feet out. Okay. Doesn't have to be pretty, right? Hips over shoulders. That's all it is. Hips over shoulders. Take about 5 breaths or so, and we will meet in that forward fold at the front of the mat. So if you want to avoid those, you can step forward, and we'll meet you there in about 3 breaths at this point. When you're ready, we will meet in our forward fold at the front of the mat. Feet a couple inches apart, hips width or so. You can bring them outside your fists. That right hand comes to your, well, first we start at tented, yeah. Tented underneath the shoulder, left peace sign fingers around that left big toe. Weight into the right foot, right knee slightly bent and find that hover. Stay or start to extend out to the left. Ooh. Slowly start to lower. See if you can keep the hover the whole time. Right hand's gonna come up to your hip. We're gonna lift all the way to standing big toe. Straight spine, that knee can bend as much as you want or it wants. I don't care, as long as your spine is nice and straight and strong. Right leg strong. Start to extend out to the left. Again, knee can be super bent. Straight spine, okay? And we'll start to draw that left foot back through center as I almost fall. And slowly start to lower. Try to keep it hovering the whole time if you can. Inhale, lift back up. Nice and slow, nice and slow, nice and slow. Shoulder engaged. Extend out to the left. Inhale through center. Exhale, start to lower. One more full time through. Inhale, lift. Ooh. Exhale, extend. I guess I lied, not full time. Inhale through center. Bend into the knee. Cross the ankle over, send the booty back, figure 4. So yes, right leg on fire a little bit. Send that booty back, flex through the left heel. The lower you go, the more of an opening you'll get on that left leg. Flying pigeons, go for it if you want. Hands down, that left foot wraps around your tricep. Your right heel will lift, your right leg might extend. If you're sweaty like I am right now, sweaty foot and sweaty arm, it's a recipe for a face plant, okay? So just be prepared. Last big breath in here like this. Last big breath out. That right foot's gonna come back down. We're gonna lift all the way up. Release left leg and shake it out. Ooh. Yes, fire, perfect. All the fire. Alrighty, y'all. So we are gonna meet seated on our booties. If you would like to flow through vinyasa to get there, I'll cue you there. If you wanna come from standing and plop on back, we'll see you there, okay? Vinyasa-ers will meet at the top of the mat. Inhale, arms lift. Exhale, big forward fold. Halfway lift, breath in. Plant the palms, walk, step, float your feet back and lower down into your vinyasa. Pulling through up dog, baby cobra, breath in. Exhale, back down dog. Inhale, gaze forward between the thumbs. Exhale, bend deeply into the knees. Walk, step, float to or through the hands. And come all the way to your bum. Nice, y'all. Alrighty. Soles of the feet together, knees wide. Hands can come down. Well, actually, first, hands behind you. So if you're tight this morning or just your body, you have a tendency to roll back on your tailbone and round through the spine. Bring your hands behind you and find that lift, okay? If you can hold that lift, not just through the heart, but through the pelvic bone as well, without your hands, you can bring your hands to your ankles and start to lean the heart forward. Elbows can help press your inner thighs down. Option 1 is stay. Option 2, lift up through the torso, extend the legs out, seated straddle. That's not very deep, right? But knees and toes pointing straight up to the sky, feeling that stretch through the inner thighs. And same thing, hands come behind you to find that lift, that tilt through the pelvic bone, or you can walk the hands out in front of you. If you would like, it's going to be very peaceful, depending on your body, you can stay. If you want a little side body, okay, we're going to bring that left forearm inside of the left shin, right arm lifts high to the sky and start to reach overhead towards the toes. The goal is not the toes, right? The goal is the stretch, very similar to what we talked about in our triangle pose. The goal is that stretch. Last breath in on this side. Last breath out. Inhale up through center, right forearm inside of right shin, left arm lifts, find space, and then find that overhead lean. Keep flexing through the toes, try not to let them cave in. Last breath in. Last breath out. Inhale, lift back up through center. All right, we're gonna start with the challenge, and then I'll join for the other one. Peace and fingers to big toes. Option to lift up into your boat pose from here. I can't demo that for you. Some of you out there can do it, and you know who I'm looking at. If that's not there for you, which for me it's not, you're gonna bring your feet in like in that Baddha Konasana, find your peace and fingers around your big toes, find your butt bones, and find your feet lifting. I'm not using the wall, I promise. And then we'll meet out in that straddle. Sorry for the view, it is what it is. All right, so we're gonna stay lifted up to the heart. We're gonna bend into that right knee, extend out long through the left leg for little archers. Coming back through center, bend into the left knee, extend out through the right leg. Try not to rock back. I'm rocking back a little bit. Stay lifted up to the heart. And then we'll extend out long through that left leg. Start to bring the toes towards each other. So this is where we're at. We're in that big toe Navasana boat pose. Gaze might be up towards the sky. Maybe you start to bring your nose towards your knees. Woo! Alrighty, y'all. Make sure there's nothing behind you. You have buns on the top of your head, beware. Okay, I have a clip always in my hair, so it's always something to navigate. We're gonna meet in plow pose. So we're gonna roll all the way back and toes are overhead on the mat. This may not be comfortable for you, and that's totally fine. You can blow it off. You can bend into the knees and come in a deaf man's pose. You can bring elbows down, hands to your low back, and lift the feet for a shoulder stand. Just making sure you're not looking side to side. So if you are needing to look at the screen, roll out and look first. And then come back into the pose. Finding another 3 breaths. I know some of you love this, so it might be more like 5 if you really love it. The beauty of this pose, if you do have neck problems and headstand is not accessible to you, you get the same benefits of headstand and shoulder stand, which is pretty amazing. The same inverted benefits. When you're ready to roll out of this, slowly rolling down vertebrae by vertebrae, bring those feet down to the mat just like we started and find a windshield wiper side to side. Maybe find some cactus arms. And we'll go ahead and we'll let the knees fall out over to the left. I kind of want a little bit of hip flexor stretch with my twist here, so I'm going to toe-heel my right foot over to the right just a little bit and reach my right arm long overhead, so I'm getting this huge stretch through here with my twist. You can also bring your left foot over your right knee and give it a little nudge forward and then down. That might be too much. Last breath in. Last breath out. Coming back through center. Maybe a couple windshield wipers between sides. And then knees over to the right. Again, I want that hip flexor stretch, so I'm going to toe-heel my left foot over so my knee is pointing directly forward. Left arm reaches overhead. This might be enough. You can also bring that right ankle over the left knee.
I'm pretty tight this morning, so I don't need that extra nudge. Calming the breath down, long inhales in, long exhales out. Last breath in, last breath out. Coming back through center, hugging the knees in towards your chest, maybe curling up to kiss knees or finding your happy baby. Knees to armpits, and maybe take a quick check-in. How different is it right now? Oh, Instagram, sorry. How different is it right now than it was at the beginning of class? And when you're ready, extending your legs out long, finding your Shavasana, feet can flap. Arms can rest down by your sides, eyes can close. Taking a big breath in and big breath out. Shavasana. In your Shavasana, wherever you are, if you have the time, the space, the inclination to stay here, feel free to continue to stay for as long as you want, as long as you need. If you are ready to come out of your Shavasana, start to wiggle your fingers and your toes. Circle your wrists and your ankles. Taking a big breath in, start to reach your arms long overhead, back behind you, finding a long stretch through the body, bringing space back into the ribs. And exhale, releasing that stretch, allowing the shoulders to relax down to the mat. Taking a few breaths here. And then slowly start to hug your knees in towards your chest. And making a choice if you want to roll to one side and then press your way up, or if you want to rock and roll all the way to a seat. Coming all the way up to a comfortable seat, maybe the eyes stay closed, maintaining that sense of relaxation. Bringing hands together at heart, bowing your forehead to your fingertips. Taking a big breath in and big breath out. Thank you all so much for taking time out of your Saturdays to come to your mat, coming to flow with me, coming to support Lynn. The light and love in me honors the light and the love in you. Namaste. Thanks, y'all. Happy Saturday. Again, if you're in your Shavasana, feel free to hang out and chill. This class will remain on our YouTube page, and then it's also in our IGTV. So Instagram, I started you back up again just to kind of say goodbye. Again, the link for, oh, thanks, Jamie. So good to, oh, yay. you guys, it's just like seeing you. It makes me so happy. The link for donation for Lynn, supporting Lynn, is in our bio. So feel free to head on over there and support Lynn. We're sending you all the best, all the love, all the power. And if you have any questions, let me know via Flex and Flow, via the comments on these videos. I'm Liz Wilson Yoga on Instagram as well. You can always pop over and DM me for questions. And I hope I will see you all soon. Enjoy the day, and happy Saturday.